Hey guys, I am back with a new video today, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what I've been loving currently, and also I'm going to be showing you clips of me using it so you can see the product in action. Alrighty, so I'm going to first start off with the base and what I do before my foundation. I've been moisturizing my face with the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. Now this is a hydrating mask, but I use it as a cream day and night and throughout the day if I'm ever feeling dry after I wash my face. So I always start with this, even though I am a combo skin person. I get oily in my nose and my T-zone area. I always want to hydrate so that I don't get dry in those spots as well. So I always have to moisturize, and I use this. After that, you will see me start with my eyes. And so for my eyes, I wanted to just show you guys something really simple but glam at the same time. Recently when I was traveling, I went to Disney. On the day I went to Disney, I did this entire look, and I also show you the products that I'm using on that day. And my makeup lasted the entire day through the heat, sweat, and just like literally like almost like 18 hours of wear, and it stayed on amazing. So for my eyes, I wanted to go with something very classic, so I started off with priming, and for primer I use the NARS smudgeproof primer base, and this is amazing. I have oily eyelids, so it really combats my eyeshadow creasing. And then for the shadows, I went in with the Morphe 3502 palette, and I just took some of the light shades to kind of set the primer first, and then just took some of these shades over here to build a crease, and that's all I did. And then also just to lighten up the lid, I used the base shade and a little bit of the shimmery shade, a little bit, barely could see it on the lid, so that I can create a base for my glitter that I was going to put on. So for the glitter, I used the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. These are the minis. I just took a flat shader brush like this, and the shader brush that I used, the MAC 242, and just so I have the glitter not fall out throughout the rest of the day and kind of stick, I also use a Too Faced glitter glue. I know that NYX has a glitter glue also, so you guys can always check that out. I use this on the lid before I put on the glitter. And then once I did that, I went in with my liner, and I've been using the Lancome Grandiose liner for couple of years now. I feel like you guys have been seeing it in my videos, and it's just really great. It's waterproof, it stays on, it's really black, it's really matte, so I really like it, and it helps me get a really nice wing. So I just did a really cute wing, and that was it for the eyes. I do go back to it later on in the video, you'll see, just with the inner corner and some mascara and just the lower lash line. So once I have the eyes done, I like going into my face. For the primer, I've been loving the coverfx gripping primer. Now, I hate it when foundation moves or splashes around. It creases a lot, and over here, it moves around my cheeks. I really don't like it. It creases on this wrinkle line that I have on my forehead. So I've been using the coverfx gripping primer, and it's literally like glue, and it smells like glue. So I've been using this first. After the gripping primer, I've been going with my Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, and this is a pore filling primer that I like to use on almost a lot of my cheek, like my upper cheek, a nose area, around my mouth, and a little bit on my forehead to fill in those fine lines and pores. Something comparable to this is, I know Loreal has a Studio Secrets pore filling primer. So try the Loreal one out if you're looking for something that's in drugstore. Since I get a little bit oily on my nose, I like going in with my Loreal Infallible Matte Lock, and I just take a little bit and put it on my nose, kind of pat it in, and then just blend it downwards. That way it helps my nose not get oily so quick. I remember only blotting once or twice on that day alone. I've been using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwear Foundation, and this is in the shade 485. I tried the shade 505 and it was a bit too tan for me, so I switched over to the 485, and I swatched in between, and it didn't really work out. So that's the shade that works best for me. It's amazing. I used it all day for 3 days straight, and it did not budge. Look, it stays on through sweat, through my oils, through, it's waterproof. I literally got soaked from a water ride, and I didn't have to do anything to my face. It stayed put, and I was really surprised because this is the only foundation that I took with me, and if it didn't work out, I was kind of screwed, but it worked out really well, and I've been using it ever since, and it's freaking amazing. And for my cream contour, you guys definitely have seen this before. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick Contour in the shade Call Me Maple. And I like contouring with this and then blending it out with my MAC 130 brush. This is a stippling brush and I just blend it out. And you guys seen from my foundation, I just used my Morphe beauty sponge, and I just really like this. Honestly, I like this or the beauty blenders are the two that I use a lot. So once I blend out the contour, I like going with my concealer, and for my concealer I use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Tan Sand, and I use the beauty sponge to blend it out under the eye. And to get into the inner corner, and since I don't want to mess up the eyeshadow, I went in with my Morphe G26 brush and kind of blended it out in the inner corners. Also my nose contour, just because I don't want it spreading over the contour that I did. I took my little brush, kind of blended it, and the edges of the outside and the little highlighting that I want to do on the rest of my face. So once I have that done, I wanted to set my face, and for my setting my face, I have been loving the Beauty Bakerie Flower HD setting powder in the shade Yellow. I've tried the Fenty powder, the Laura Mercier powder, the Hourglass powders, the coverfx powders, the Banana and Ben Nye powder, the Makeup Forever HD setting powder. I have tried a couple, and out of them, this has been the best for me. I feel like it really helps with my under eye creasing, because I've noticed with my Laura Mercier recently, maybe it's because I'm getting older, I'm getting more wrinkles under my eye. It creases a lot, even with my Laura Mercier. So I really like this one because it really helps with that. It does, my concealers don't crease, and if they do crease, it's very minimal, something that can blend out and it won't mess up my under eye. And it helps with and also does not look too powdery on the rest of my face, so I really like it, and it really helps with touching up throughout the day. So I really enjoy that one. For my bronzer and contouring, I use the Marc Jacobs Tan-tastic Omega bronzer, and this is huge and it's pretty expensive. Something comparable to this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is just the shade bronzer, and it's their Mur Butter Bronzer, which I really like. This has a bigger mirror, so I just like traveling with this more, so I use that sometimes. For my blush, I have Brutally Hit Pan on my NARS Madly blush. It's like, this is the most I've ever used a blush, and you can tell how much I love this. It's very natural, it's very glowy, and it's great for someone who's my skin tone. So I use this, and it stays on put all day long. So before I put on my highlighter, you'll see I go into my farsali Liquid Glass Radiance Makeup Skin Serum, and this is amazing. So if you have powder on your face and your face is looking a little bit too powdery or a little dry and cakey, I recommend taking a couple of drops of this and taking your beauty blender, just kind of soaking it into the brush, kind of patting it in, and then patting all over your face. I don't go necessarily under the eye, but I do go close enough where my cheekbones are, and put it all over my face, and you get a natural sheen on the face that looks very nice, and it takes away the powderiness, and it doesn't mess up your makeup. And I went in with my highlighter, and the highlighter that I used was the Becca Champagne Pop, and this is such a good highlighter. I feel like I stopped using it in between, but I went back to loving it, and it looks so natural on my skin. It looks like a glow from within. It's not too gold, it's not too like light pinkish, it's just right in between, and I really love it. I put it on the high points of my cheek, down the bridge of my nose, in the inner corners, and a little bit under my brows, and it looks really natural. It looks really nice. That is all. For my brows, I use the Brow Gal from Tanya Brooks, I think. Tanya Crooks, and this came in one of my BoxyCharm videos, and it's just, I use a dark shade and it's just fill in my brows, something really special. So for my lashes, I use the Hourglass Caution Mascara, and I also used this during the trip, and it didn't smudge or bleed on me or anything like that. And obviously I used lashes that day. I believe I used Demi Wispies from Ardell that day, and right now I don't have any lashes on because I'm at home. For my lips, I use a lip liner. You can use any red lip liner. I use the Kiko Milan lip liner Precision Lip Pencil in the shade 309. And for the lipstick itself, I use the Beauty Bakerie Lip Whip in the shade Cranberry Stiletto. And This was great. It stayed on the entire day. Right now on camera it looks very red, like very cherry red, but in pictures it's actually much more darker and a deeper red. I really liked it. Throughout the day it stayed on. Obviously when I'm eating it came off a little bit, and when it comes off it doesn't like fade. It kind of crumbles, so I usually have to take everything off and then reapply it. And I didn't use any setting spray that day, and I haven't used setting spray in the recent couple of days. I have so many setting sprays that I can use, but I just haven't used them. And I really like it. My makeup stays on put all day and it looks amazing. I have never I feel like recently I've been struggling with getting my foundation routine right, and I finally found a routine that works for me, and I hope that those of you who try it out or buy any of these products, it works for you too. And if you have any questions about any of these products or anything like that, let me know or leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back to you on that. And I hope you like this video a lot. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to make more videos soon. I know I keep making false promises, but I do hope to make more videos soon. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.